larger cause and purpose of what art can enable. This aesthete has been looked at by other scholars in purely practical terms for his technical virtuosity. Instead, Mary Webster, for instance, denies any deeper symbolic interpretations of his work and assiduously regards them at face value, that is, the paintings, to be regarded, she says, to be regarded at face value for the information that they communicate. Information, after all, was what painters like him were paid to provide. And time and again, Zoffany fought that narrow role of art and even lost important patrons because he had an opinion that was just a little too self-reflective, an opinion that was perhaps too insouciant. This is amply revealed through his extraordinary self-portrait over here. The painting comes at a decisive point, as I was saying, in Indian history, late in the 18th century, when the fortunes of India were going to be irreversibly changed by the instruments of colonialism. Now, colonialism, as we all know, was not merely the physical conquest of India for economic gain, but involved the total social and cultural transformation of the country, and it is these processes that we can see in the painting. It is therefore an important picture to include in an exhibition on the history of India and the world, and this is a point that I will conclude my paper with in a little while. The exhibition, as I was saying, India and the World, was meant to showcase the many phases of cosmopolitanism of the world's history, to reveal how interconnections in every epoch have been absorbed or been normalized, such that they have become part of the very identity of a people. In this painting, too, Indians and Europeans mix, except the Europeans are masters, they gather information, they document it, and they curate it on their walls. So let's look at what is being documented and put together. I'm going to do a few little basic, formalistic studies of the painting. I'm just going to put a grid on it, some lines on it. I'm going to go deeper into it just so that we can start tearing it apart a little bit. So if we make a few lines across the picture, you can see where the center of the painting is, and it is the artist turning back to look at us. There are very neat lines in the composition, the way the whole composition breaks up. It's very clearly a mathematically arranged, very simple composition at one level, very direct. In its simplicity lies its power. If we make a depth perspective drawing, then again, Zoffany comes across towards the center, again, that same place, and you see what is actually taking place, which are the lines of motion. The two arms of the two men going in the two directions, tearing the canvas apart on two sides, bringing us, collecting us into the center of the picture, where the act of painting is taking place. So in the middle ground of the picture lies the act of painting. The most important thing is the painting in the painting that is being painted. That's the fulcrum.